Again, this is our operations area. This is pretty much where all the action happens. You know, as you can see, you look around, there's a lot of computers. We have 5 different workstations that are set up to do the same things. We can monitor any kind of weather information, satellite data, radar data. We can look at all the forecast models. We can create our forecast, obviously, in there. We can send out warnings. We have, every workstation also has a PC next to it, too, where we can access the internet, email, that sort of things.
Very good.
Over here, this is where we have our amateur radio liaison person will come in.
The Skywarn desk?
This is especially more for higher end events. This is where a person will come in and set up the activate the net here from the office.
Little light here.
The computer we have there is set up to access the internet. We also have like a threat net that they can use for radar and to see kind of what's going on, other spotters around the area. That APRS, have you seen that site before? That's kind of nice where people, you can see where people are kind of out and about, you know. So.
Right. I run that in my vehicle as well.
With the radio consoles here, we monitor most of the products that weather information we send out is automated to 6 transmitters across North Alabama and southern Middle Tennessee.
What is a product exactly?
Just like it could be like a zone forecast or a special weather statement. Any sort of weather information that we pass along is, you know, we consider it a product.
Good get a shot. This is Robert.
Robert Boyd.
Your call sign again?
KC5, ZJO.
ZJO. Got you there, Robert. We hear you on there every now and then.
Yes, we sure do.
He's our only certified forecaster, or ham certified forecaster.
All right.
I'm working on mine for the last, 3 years?
2 of us are here.
2? Who else is?
Stephen.
Latimer?
Yeah, sure is, yeah.
Okay. My bad.
Good.
Stand corrected. So here on this side we can monitor the weather radio, the transmission, the products that get sent out.
Right.
This is a computer that we can monitor our radar, which is up in northeast Alabama, high top.
Right.
So if we need to change some things remotely, we can do that from here.
Oh, okay. It's actually the hardware end of it. I can see the
the hardware is all up there. But
this is actually we can control it all here.
We can change the precipitation coverage patterns, for instance. If we're having issues with maybe some velocity issues, we can adjust, make some adjustments here as well.
Very good.
And then I'd say over here, we have our own comms desk, so to say.
And these are to communicate with whom?
Most of this is communication with our emergency managers for each county that we're responsible for. We have 14 counties.
14 counties.
And 11 of those in North Alabama are all pretty much linked up to this 800 megahertz radio system.
Is that the one they're rebroadcasting when y'all are doing the updates?
Yes.
We can hear it over here?
When we do the briefings.
Yes. Okay.
So all of our verbal briefings will go pretty much through this system out to the group or to a specific person.
Okay.
Private, somebody, we can set up a North Alabama talk group. We can talk to the state. We could talk to other Alabama forecast offices and the Weather Service forecast offices. But this is, and then we have the State Warning Point NWS phones here. These, to a lesser degree of communication, we use these to coordinate warnings. We send out, we may call a state warning point and say, this is Weather Service Huntsville, you just issued a tornado warning for DeKalb County or something.
Okay.
This phone right here goes straight to the tower at Huntsville International Airport, so we need to get to them real fast, or they need to call us. It's like the bat phone.
Should be red, shouldn't it?
Yeah, be nice. And then this phone goes to the NSSTC building, so we can make announcements if we go under a tornado warning and the building's basically in the warning. We'll make an announcement so that people can get to their safe shelters in the building.
Is there a shelter down below for everybody?
Yeah, there's designated areas throughout the building.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly where each one of them are. We have ours is just in our little break room around the corner here.
We'd like to be like down.
We don't sort of abandon ship. Although on April 27th, we for about 8 or 9 minutes there was a possible tornado coming right at us, and we got away from here. Called our backup office in Jackson, Mississippi, to take over. And we went into the break room for about 8 or 9 minutes until things sort of cleared. Fortunately, nothing happened, but that was a very interesting moment.
Well, say like sometime during the day you're seeing something or hearing something. What is the natural progression? How would a weather event start? What would take place here?
Well, we might have a couple of people monitoring radar, and we typically use these workstations to watch radar. We may sectorize the area. if we have multiple storms across North Alabama, let's say, we may break it like north of the river, south of the river. We may activate the net, so we may be communicating with our amateur radio operators. We may be communicating with our emergency managers about what's going on as storms develop and begin to become more intense. That's when the information flow starts to go out. Now, we may already have warnings out. We may already have a watch out, so that information gets passed on before things get going. But if a warning is issued, we'll pass that information on. If we get storm reports, related to that, specific storm, typically that'll come in through the 800 radio. It may come in through the amateur radio operations. It may come in through, we have this chat program. It's like an instant messaging chat, NWS chat. We may get information through that way as well. We sometimes will monitor social media. We can actually see, on Twitter, reports that are coming in. We have a Facebook page that we can look at too. So,
do y'all generate warnings or watches in this office?
Yes. Well, the warnings, yes. The watches are issued by the Storm Prediction Center.
That's in Oakland.
Yes. So I said basically we could create, interrogate the radar, create the warning, the polygon, and then send out the text in less than 30 seconds through our systems here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then during the event, I guess, are all station ammunition? Okay.
During a typical severe weather event, we may have anywhere from maybe 5 to 7 people out here, just depending on the severity, the extent of the event. But we could have, we might have 2 people working at one workstation, because as you can see, we only have 5 workstations, but we have a comms desk. We might need 2 people working here.
Really?
One person fielding the calls, another person, writing them down or something. We have a couple of public service people that might be answering phone calls and also sending out the storm reports in a format that we call the local storm report.
Right.
And that information gets to like the Storm Prediction Center. It'll get on NWS chat, so you'll hear the media on TV actually reference NWS chat and never say, the National Weather Service just sent out a report of golf ball size hail, 5 miles west of Madison with this storm. And so, they'll pass that information on to the public that way. So, it can definitely ramp up. I know on April 27th, we had pretty much all hands on deck for that event, because we didn't know how bad it was going to be, certainly, but we knew that was going to had the capability, potential of being a very, very prolonged, significant event.
When y'all have what can you consider like an ice or snow event, do you set up a schedule for different people to staff throughout? Of course, I imagine it's staffed all the ways anyway.
Before the bigger events, we always do like a little contingency staffing plan a couple days out, just so we know everybody's kind of aware of where they're going to be, how many people are going to be available. That's a big part of our, sort of our planning and prep.
Well, that's what I do with the Aries group. When we know events coming, my job is to make up the schedule for somebody always be on the net control, just in case that's my ready for it.
That's crucial, because the worst thing that can happen, one of the worst things that can happen, is you all of a sudden are short staffed, during a potential outbreak or an event, and you got 3 or 4 people trying to, or one person trying to do 3 or 4 things, then things can get a little crazy. But we have a pretty good plan in place, and fortunately everybody's willing to work and do what they need to do, and that's to get the job done, and that's the important thing. People willing to work together for a common goal, more or less. And we saw that. We've seen that in the past, and April 27th definitely everybody sort of came together and knew that we had to do everything we could to enhance public safety at that point.
Well, very good.